Lucas ventured into the cave hoping to find treasure, but instead, he discovered a trapped dragon. He stepped forward without hesitation, determined to free the mighty creature from its prison. Unbeknownst to him, the dragon had been confined there for 20 long years, and no one had ever tried to save it. Lucas secured hooks onto the armor clamped around the dragon's head and pulled with all his strength. If he could just remove the headpiece, the dragon would be free. Even with the help of his companion, though, the two couldn't loosen it on their own. Sensing Lucas's intention to help, the dragon began thrashing fiercely, struggling to break loose. Finally, through their combined effort, the armor gave way, and the dragon was free. To show its gratitude, the dragon gifted Lucas a dragon egg. Although the egg would never hatch, it was still incredibly valuable. Then the dragon retreated back into the cave, ready to settle the score with the one who had imprisoned it all those years, the royal advisor, John. Since childhood, John had possessed the ability to control creatures. He even kept a beast that resembled a mastiff, but many times larger, that could not only defeat dragons but also sense disloyalty toward the king. Those who showed disrespect would be swiftly eliminated. This earned John the king's absolute trust. To keep his creature ferocious, John convinced the king to build a Colosseum-style arena inside the royal city. Warriors from across the kingdom were invited to compete in deadly battles. The ultimate victor would face John's beast, and whoever defeated it would receive a generous reward from the king. Within just 3 days, the king's decree spread throughout the land. Countless warriors answered the call, eager to claim the prize. But with so many competitors, each tribe was allowed to send only 3 fighters, and they had to form a team. Lucas, Kevin, and David, the strongest of their tribe, were chosen to represent their people. They set out for the royal city, unaware that the competition had already begun. John, using his power to manipulate creatures, had placed dangerous beings along the route to ambush the warriors. In the desert, a monster dragged Kevin underground. Using the sand as cover, it continued attacking Lucas and David. Fortunately, David was highly skilled. Armed with an iron spear, he fought back wisely. The creature tried to outmaneuver him by burrowing and striking unpredictably, but David saw through its tactics. With a swift move, he severed one of its tentacles, forcing it to flee in pain. Now down to 2 members, Lucas and David faced a serious problem. Without a third teammate, they couldn't enter the competition. Soon, they reached the royal city, where lodging was provided for the warriors. Of the many teams that had set out, only 8 remained, the rest had fallen to attacks along the way. John arrived with his beast to motivate the fighters. The moment the creature appeared, a chill fell over the crowd. It only calmed down after John reprimanded it. To raise spirits, John shared more good news. Not only would the winner receive riches, but the king would also appoint them as general of the army. This stirred excitement among all the warriors. Everyone wanted that title. But Lucas and David were still one person short. Just as they worried about what to do, a young woman named Amy approached and asked to join them. David doubted her abilities at first due to her youth, but she quickly demonstrated her skills with a blade, moving with such precision and speed that he immediately agreed to let her on the team. The games began soon after. The 8 teams geared up for battle, but only 3 would advance. To make things more challenging, each team was chained together. All 3 members had to make it through to qualify. When the horn sounded, the warriors rushed into the arena. Everyone expected to fight each other, but instead, giant stone balls rolled into the arena, forcing every team to run for their lives. No one wanted to be crushed, and being chained together meant one misstep could doom the whole team.